Good morning. Good morning. Quick video. Quick video. Couple things. Been having some thoughts. Not the video you're probably expecting. Obviously, most of you probably sleep. Check this out. Check this out. I want to talk about entitlement real quick. Entitlement. Ah, where do I start? There are countless isms. You know, you think about how many categories a human can be divided into. Um, so many different adjectives, so many different backgrounds and ethnicities and nationalities and races. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Something the United States suffers from is diversity. And at face value, you wouldn't think that that would be a major issue. Um, we suffer from diversity, but we also benefit from it. Something that I've kind of noticed is the Olympics. You have pretty much every country represented, and the United States shows up with one of each type of person, and we benefit from that. You'll have, you know, a different race represented in every different category, roughly. Although some demographics are, better represented, you know, but you have different countries that only bring one of a kind. That's interesting. You know, we have differences of ideas. Some of your favorite foods are not of your background. Anyway, before I hit that tangent, difference. Why is it that we have now dare I say, we have learned to fear difference? Because something is not like us, because it's different than us. They're not the same. We're not exactly identical. We're not twins. We're not perfectly aligned. We're not parallel at all times. We now have to, that's now the enemy. Why is that? Well, how do we rectify it? And as you can see, society, we are pulling levers. We're trying everything, in terms of, and in, I guess, pursuit of making everything and everyone the same. Is it possible? It's not up to me. It's not up to me to decide. Is it possible to make everything and everyone equal? And you see this you see this in everywhere. It's everywhere. It's rampant. You have the ethical vegans. PETA. They're trying to make all animals the same and make them the same as humans. Treat all animals just like humans will want to be treated. You know, but then you have concepts like speciesism, where the mosquito is not equal to the dog, the fly, varmints, rodents, rats, mice, snakes, cockroaches. Are they treated the same as your pet, your puppy, your kitten? I don't think so. Contradictions, cognitive dissonance. Your words do not match your actions. Obviously, men and women, you know, that's an ongoing issue. Are we the same? I'm not gonna mess with it. Some stuff is just it's so much, and that it's something I also notice on social media is that when you begin to talk about certain topics, you are forced, either with intent and proactiveness, or with regret and consequences, to be perfectly articulate. And it's kind of why I enjoy going live instead of editing my videos, is that it forces me to be articulate. I have to think before I speak, which is something you should be doing anyway. Think before you speak. It's a requirement, especially not nowadays. We went from, oh, we don't want brands talking about certain things in politics, and now it's a requirement. If you're silent, mm, entitlement. Where does it come from? Where does entitlement come from? It comes from a place that you think you are owed something. Someone owes you something. because you're born, because you're alive, because you're breathing, assuming you're breathing, you're owed something. Interesting. There's certain parts of given movements, um, that there's certain parts of it that I tend to agree with, but then you have the emotional part that I tend to stray away from. If people know me, if you know me, you will realize that I'm not very emotional in my decisions. I'm very well studied. I'm very well read. I tend to be very rational in my decisions, as you should be, because regret is the end result of those who are emotional. Those who react. Oh, this happens. You're just constantly going back and forth with the news. You just, oh, news cycle. What happened? What happened? What happened? I gotta react. I gotta react. Instead of thinking for yourself, instead of pick up a book and read history, you will be able to predict the future. Isn't that amazing? If you pick up a book, you can predict the future with great amounts of accuracy. No one owes you anything. My people, black people. I was just listening to Eric Thomas this morning. Eric Thomas is one of those motivational speakers and just influencers that I listen to in cycles, mainly because motivation is emotion. It's turbulent. It's up and down. It's, oh, I'm happy. I'm on 10. Energy. And then when it goes away, now you're back with commitment and discipline. But when I do turn him on, he tends to be quite right with what he's saying especially in terms of daily actions, in terms of your mindset. I was listening to one of my favorite tracks by him, and he's basically speaking to how we come from slavery and the things that we are griping with, the things that we're constantly battling with. Um, we've been through way worse. Not to belittle what we're going through currently, you know. By no means do I dismiss racism just because, well, I want to work hard and I'm disciplined and I want to fight for what I want. And I'm gonna get up early and do this and I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna earn what I want. No, no, both, both. But which one do I stick with the most? Which one do I lean on in terms of when I leave my home and I go out into the real world? Which one do I scream from the mountaintops? Racism or earn or discipline or commitment or self accountability or responsibility? Which one do I lean on? You it's important to keep entitlement at bay when you speak to certain topics. You see it in dating, you see it in marriage, or people who desire to be married. You see it everywhere. There's a sense of entitlement from people who leave their homes and go out into the real world and they want things. Our first reaction tends to be, "You owe me that. You owe me a job in the Air Force. You owe me that position. You owe me the CEO position, the corner office. You owe me a 10-day contract because for whatever reason I have this many followers. You owe me a date because I'm the same color as you. You're not owed anything." I would argue the last time you were owed something, and of course these are all my opinions, these are just observations. The last time you were owed anything was when you were born. I would argue your intrinsic value, which was placed upon your head, was uh, an indication that you were owed love from your parents. That was it. You're owed love. Love is intangible. It cannot be monetized. It should not be attempted to be monetized. You're owed love. What is love? My definition of love is the willingness to sacrifice my greatest asset in pursuit of your happiness, of your betterment, of your safety, meaning my life. Because I can give you all the time in the world, but once I give you my life, I have nothing left to give. There's a very short list of people that I'm willing to give my life for. Very short list. Meaning love is on a pedestal to me. Love has to be. It's our greatest ethic. We have to keep certain definitions need to be clear as day and they cannot change. Truth, love, pain. Keep certain definitions just tight. When I say I love you, that means I'm willing to sacrifice my life for you. My life. It's very powerful. So, entitlement. When I leave my door, which I'm about to in a couple minutes, about to go to the gym. When I leave my door, I leave entitlement. Well, doesn't belong anywhere, honestly. You're not owed anything, people. Earn, earn. Our ancestors, those who have gone before us, anyone you see, in a high place, in a place of prestige or a place of, accomplishment, they earned that. They earned it. They earned it. They worked. It's a requirement. It's also predictable because it's a principle. You earn what you want. You earn what you desire. Certain things you would think, would be just a given, like equal opportunity, equal, respect. One would hope, you know. We all have this yearning in our hearts for, a utopia, a perfect environment where there's no pain, there's no injustice, there's no hunger, there's no thirst, there's no pain, there's no issues. We all want that. But we don't realize that once we invalidate pain, we invalidate love. Everything that we love about, the comfort and the passion and the warmth and the embrace of mutual respect and love and admiration and affection. Once we remove the pain, we lose the opposite side as well. Once you remove heat, you remove cold. Are we sure we want that? You know, we put so much focus on the pain that we realize it makes the opposite possible. I saw a post on Twitter and it says something about we should all leave the major cities and just go out into the Midwest essentially. The empty parts of the country. There's constant claims that the U.S. and the world is overpopulated. Have you driven through the Midwest? Have you flew over the Midwest? They call them flyover states for a reason. Nobody lives out there. It's land everywhere, people. But anyway, the tweet spoke to how um, we should just disperse these major cities into just go find you a plot of land, go get you an acre, and just mind your business out there. Just go out into the country and just mind your business. Just do what you want. Nobody's gonna police you. Cook, make your own food. Live how you want to live. It was just a thought, but it spoke to the fact that we all choose to be around each other. We all choose to live in a crowded city. Stop making all that noise. Go live in the country where it's dead quiet. You know, the same things that we complain about, we also benefit from. And entitlement removes the balance. I'm not saying that people should be getting killed in the streets. By no means. My day may come. That's a reality of the world that I live in. My day may come where I get slain in the streets. I've accepted that. It's something that you learn to accept when you stop fearing death. Death is inevitable. All of our days are numbered. One day we will all be hashtags. You realize that? That's real. One day we will all be on somebody's t-shirt, somebody's windshield. It's reality. It's sad, the way we go. Nobody wants to be, murdered. You realize animals don't murder? It's only humans. That speaks to our value. Just side thought. But think about that. We will all have our day where someone will be forced to mourn for us. So realize that, you know, yes, we think, we deserve certain things. I deserve happiness. I deserve love. I deserve a quality relationship. I deserve your affection. I deserve your time. I deserve this job. I deserve this car. I deserve a certain end result. But it's not reality. When you wake up, you go after what you want. You pursue it. I'm so tired of hearing people saying, "Oh, no, you need to come my DMs correctly. You need to approach me correctly. Run up properly. You need to plan a date. You need to do." That's all fine, well, and good. But if you're tired of being single, go pursue someone else. It's not about dating. It's not about. It's about entitlement. We constantly complain about things we want, and we let it walk past us. How is that? We say we want something that's available. If you think about it, and some Eric Thomas said, he said, was it Eric Thomas? I think it was Gary Vee. And Gary Vee is one of those people I had to cycle because the content gets repetitive and you have to cycle it. You can't just I can't just stay on it. I have to find somebody else to listen to. Um, that's really what I've been feeding myself a lot. But um, if someone has made it from your same position or worse, your excuse is now invalid. Speaks volumes. If someone has made it from your same position or worse, meaning somebody made it from the hood, somebody made it from the ghetto, third world country, if someone has made it from your same position or worse, and you're sitting there complaining about it, your excuse is invalid. So, meaning you're sitting in one spot crying about something that you have the power to change. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It shouldn't be easy. Otherwise, everybody would do it. I'm going to the gym for a reason at 5 a.m. There's a reason I'm doing that. The reason why I get up earlier before most people get up, because most people don't want to. That's the point. To be disciplined. But that was my whole goal for 2020. It has not changed. It's to be disciplined while everyone else is being comfortable and feeling entitled to something. I don't want handouts. I don't care what it's worth. I don't want a handout. In hindsight, obviously hindsight being 2020, when you enter the military, you want everything to go smoothly and perfectly and no hiccups and everything just walk right into the military and just hand you a check and, oh, welcome, man. Serve. Well, no, it should have been turbulent because I would appreciate it when I got here. That's the point. When you have to work for something, when you have to earn for something, when you have to slave and cry and not crying in terms of please and begging, please give me rations, massa, but please give me something. No, no, go earn, go do it. There are black billionaires. You just don't hear about them. You don't see them. They're not a lot. There are black billionaires that exist. What did they do to get what they got? The racism didn't stop them. Jay-Z, Kanye, Robert Smith, obviously the ones that tend to trend are the latest ones, but you go to Africa, the richest black man in the world lives in Africa, selling concrete. Concrete. Somebody needed concrete. There are black billionaires in the world, but yet, you know, Michael Jordan, we made him a billionaire buying shoes repeatedly and then reselling them and then buying more shoes. Check your decisions. Check your decisions. Again, I'm not here to speak out against my own community. I'm not here to belittle a movement. I'm not here to speak out against certain rights, you know, that may or may not be in the Constitution, may or may not be taken in or out of context. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what the founding fathers meant? Who knows? It's not up to me. It's not up to me. But I will say this: you have more to work with right now than anyone before you. You have more to work with right now with what you're watching this video on. You have more in your possession. You have more resources available to you now than anyone else before you. Do something with it. I get paid for my opinions. Think about that. I get paid for my opinions. That's the world we live in now. I talk to a camera and I get paid for what I think. That's wild. And yet we complain that nothing's been given to us. What? No, you just chose to do something different with yours. People go on OnlyFans and they sell what they were born with, the appearance of it. Think about that. By no means do I endorse OnlyFans. It's interesting. It's interesting. We live in an age where you can pretty much sell anything: your thoughts, your opinions, your body, the appearance of your body, pictures. Instagram, they sell fantasy, imagination. Think about that. Everyone is selling something. Everyone is selling something. Everyone is selling something. Everyone is selling something. Just a lot of us are not getting return on investment because we're undervaluing ourselves. Pick up a book. Pick up a book. Social media is tiresome. It's tiring. It's tiring. I'll, I'll say this now in the video. I'll say this now in the video. Power is not easily transferred, especially down. Power, power, like like a stone wall, it's not easily toppled over. Easily is key word. Be careful that movements of, you know, oppression don't turn into movements of supremacy. You see this in every movement. Not every, well, I'll take that back. Well, you don't see it in every movement, but you see it in a lot of movements where they will go from we want equality, and then it shifts slowly and smoothly and sneakily into we want supremacy. Be careful. And entitlement is the main ingredient, to that transition. Entitlement, where you want something for free. I've been watching a lot of student loan videos. I have no student loans, but I realized that a lot of people who are now in debt, are the most educated on paper. Have all the degrees, but you have all the debt as well. And people are upset that they have to pay the money back, and rightly so. I mean, I'd be upset too. I'm mad I gotta pay my car payment. I'm upset. But the entitlement, you have to remove that. If you want a gift, if you want someone to give you something for nothing, ask for it. Ask for it. Ask for it. It's okay to ask. It's okay to hey, this is what I want. This is what I desire. Can I have a free education? Join the military. I have a free education. 4 years. Whereas some people spend the rest of their lifetime paying student loan off. Which one do you think is a better bartering system? 4 years in the military, free education, get paid to go to school, or go party, you know, 3 3.0 grade point average, and get a degree that everyone else has, and then go work in a career field that has nothing to do with your degree. Interesting. Remove the entitlement from your decision making, from your outcries, because you're gonna realize nobody cares. One thing the lockdown has revealed, and I'm supposed to end this video, goodness. One thing the lockdown and the quarantine has revealed is that most of us, if not all of us, are alone in this world. You're alone. It's a sad reality. Most of us are alone in this world, meaning we will all like to have a support system, meaning someone wakes up to care about what you care about, but it's not reality. It's not reality. If you were alone during quarantine in your house, not all of us were. Um, but you'll realize that at the end of the day, it comes down to you and yours, you and your family, you and the path that you're on, the direction you're going in. And when you live from a place of entitlement, when you see through a lens of this is what I want and I want you to help me get what I want, you realize that that's not how people run their lives. I wake up and I get myself dressed. I get my own caffeine. I take my own shower and I get my behind to the gym and I get my behind to work because I know nobody else cares. Nobody's gonna pay my bills. No one cares. That's the point. We're just realizing that, a lot of words don't match actions. The government does not care about you. Why would they? It's not even, the government is, it's not a person. It's a series of individuals. We are all just individuals. Society is made up of individuals. Because go ask another black person to pay your bills. You'd be like, no, bro, go pay your own bills. Society is made up of individuals. You're going to realize that you're a lot more alone than you think. And so once you realize that, usually the day that you realize that you're alone, you'll start actually pursuing what you want, and that what you're capable of getting by yourself. A relationship is not something you can get by yourself. Hence the entitlement aspect of it, because people will pursue relationships not knowing that it takes two to enter a relationship. You can't get a relationship by yourself. You need two, meaning two people on the same page, two people who are selfless, who are willing to be vulnerable to pursue the other person's happiness, to ask for your own happiness, but to pursue the other person's happiness. That's what a quality relationship to me is. But most people will pursue a relationship that involves two, but will set the requirements for both ends. You will do this, you will do this, you will do this, and will speak nothing of their own responsibilities, and won't be accountable to the other person. Interesting. What? Come on, alarm. You see me out here working, man. Come on, alarm. Remove the entitlement. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Remove the entitlement. Wake up, open your eyes, be grateful that you just woke up. Be grateful. Sip some caffeine, you know, take care of business. Leave your house, go out into the real world and realize anything that I want, anything that I have, I will have to exchange my time for it. Success is earned and maintained. Most people join the military and they forget I have to maintain this career. I made it here. Now I have to maintain my career. Success has to be maintained. What we speak of as what's known as clout in the entertainment business, that's them trying to maintain their relevance. It takes work. I don't agree with all the different ways people go about it, saying a lot of foolishness or acting a fool, or Takashi, he stay on 10, but he's doing a great job of maintaining his career. He went the long way around in life. Goodness. Made too many enemies in the pursuit of clout, in the pursuit of maintaining his career. But he's good at it. He's good at it. Realize that anything you want, you have to earn. You're by yourself. You may have allies, but you're at the end of the day, you go to sleep, alone. You wake up alone. When you die, when you're born, you're alone. It's you. And then the caveat is that you will realize that people care about you, when given the chance, in the form of kindness. 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 I don't want to be obligated to love you. I want to have a choice to love you, which gives it value. I don't want to be forced to hang with you. I want to pursue your company, and you pursue mine. In rant, in rant. Obviously, when you wait a long time between videos, and you first turn the camera on, everything just spills out. No notes off the dome. Um, be encouraged. Be safe. Wisdom, people. Wisdom. When you don't pursue wisdom, when you don't make decisions from a place of wisdom, rationality, efficiency, too much convenience, too much comfort, you'll realize that you're on the wrong trajectory. You're going to hit something. You're going to miss. Your target will change without you knowing it. You will hit a wall, and now regret sets in. Especially depending on how much time you have left, in your life. Life is short. We will spend hours in a group of people protesting something, and yet we go home by ourselves and say, I wish I had a relationship. I wish I had somebody to hang with. I wish I had friends. What? You know how many videos I've watched about people that say they don't have friends? I'm a loner. I'm a lone ranger. I'm constantly, alone. But I have friends. Quality friends. They just live in different states. But no, no. If I feel alone, go make a friend. Go outside your door and point to someone. Hey, be my friend, please. Anyway, I'm done. Head to the gym. You are entitled to nothing. Work for what you want. Say what's good to your boy.